Hello everyone and welcome back to OUTBRK, where we are here looking for our first storms. They're not even on the map yet. That's interesting, but this looks like kind of a large one coming in. Let's check our advanced products here as well and see what we're looking at. Oh my gosh! So we've got a very high Cape day. Anything that comes down in the southern area, like that's extremely high Cape. It's not the only factor at play, but like, my gosh. Let's look at our winds. Pretty decent. I think those are fairly strong, getting up to the 45-ish knot range in some areas. This could be kind of interesting. Okay, we've gotten a little bit closer, and my goodness, this storm is already tornado warned. Holy moly. All right, yeah, no, we're in a pretty good position here. But this is getting a little unreal. You can see there's an absolutely massive hook echo forming here. There's very strong... That's a crazy strong velocity couplet. All right, let's then get out of here and start heading closer. I think we're going to try to take that turn, which I think is this one right here. I always get lost at this particular place. But I think we're wanting to go this way. Yeah, okay. So we're going to try to get a little bit closer. Would love to get an intercept on that if we can. But first we got to get over to the area of it. This is a path we've been on many times, but a lot of the time these kind of deserty storms tend to have pretty good visibility, and I'm really hoping that holds true because I would love to actually see the tornado. I am kind of wondering if I can already see it actually. Or if that might just be a rain curtain. I'm not sure though. I think that probably is the tornado. We can't see anything. That is 100% the tornado. No value, but yeah, no. The fact that we saw it from that far off is crazy. That thing's gonna be huge. All right, we want to make sure we get to a spot that's going to have good maneuverability. I might want to go on the highway, actually. My gosh. Yeah, that's a large tornado, very well defined. I hope at some point they revisit the driving mechanics in this, because right now there's really no incentive to follow the rules of the road if you are, oh, it's coming right this way, actually. If you're not playing in multiplayer. But at the same time, with the way that the driving mechanics are currently, there we go. I'm not sure that I'd want them to make, like, an incentive to follow the rules of the road, because it's kind of hard to stay on the road sometimes. Let's just get to... I think we're gonna just want to be on the freeway here. Am I going... I don't think I'm going the correct direction, but I don't think it really matters. This is exactly what I'm talking about. We're gonna end up going the wrong way on the freeway, I think. But oh well. There's a tornado coming. That's not what matters most at present. Holy, it is turning. It is really turning. I just want to get to an area that we can see what's going on better. This is why I'm like, okay, this is not the most realistic thing in the world for it to just casually let you do stuff like this. But at the same time, with the way that the driving is, would I want them to make it more pressure for you to have to try to figure out how to drive well? Well, that might be kind of a difficult thing. All right. I think we're pretty well in the path right now, but I'm just gonna kind of keep an eye on it and watch as this thing gets closer. It's like shifting around. Look at it, it's kind of straightening up again. Maybe we're not completely in the path. Let's watch on here. I think we want to probably go a little bit this way, actually. So we're gonna do very, very normal, very totally, definitely not illegal movements in our car here. And I think it just dissipated. Are you kidding me? Yep, it just did. All right. In that case, I don't think we're gonna want to sit here. I think we're gonna want to get... Where do we want to get? Oh, the road network in this area is so bad. This is gonna pass through here. I think we're gonna get off the road here and then kind of go back the way that we came because we want to stay ahead of this storm. And also probably stop driving the wrong way on the freeway. You know, that's probably not the most ideal thing in the world. Just a hunch on that one. Okay, so we're a little ahead of the storm here. I don't really like this portion of the map because the road network is really, really bad. But we do have another tornado warning coming in, and judging by the look of this, I think there absolutely is one. So I think what we're actually going to want to do is maybe head down on this road here. There don't seem to be any storms forming in the other area there, but if we look at our cape, these storms are going into the area that's going to have absolutely huge amounts of cape. So let's see if we can figure out how to get ahead of the game here. Which direction do we need to go from here? I hate this gas station so much. It is so in such a weird spot. It drives me nuts, but I think what we want to do is go this way, right? Is this the one road we're meant to be on? Yes, I think so. All right, I'm going to try to do this and get out ahead of the storm. We are tornado warned, and I see why. All right, let's see if we can get a picture of this as well. It is a funnel cloud, and it is tracking pretty much straight toward us. It's a little hard to tell where it is, so I think I'm going to scooch up a little bit, because if this thing okay, it dropped. We are in pretty good position here. Let's report because this is now a tornado. And it is, I think... Is it tracking pretty much toward us? I think if we go up a little bit here, this is probably going to be right in the path. Hopefully. So let's try to place this. No, little bit further up. Let's not be so far from our car either, because that's not a good idea with a tornado approaching us. Come on, hurry, please. Let me in the car. Let me in the vehicle. Okay. Out of the car. Hurry. I think it might move just a little bit out of the way, but I don't think we're going to want to get that much closer to it. It's kind of swinging based off of it not being directly under the base of the storm. So it might come back towards the probe. But I think we're gonna... Oh boy. It might hit. Let's back up. Hopefully it'll be pretty close. That's gonna be a big tornado. It's definitely gonna be close. Look at that. Oh, it's too bad we didn't get one with the lightning. That would have been so cool. Look at that. I don't know how long we have to wait for a photo here, but I'd like to get one before we get back in the car, and then we'll try to circle past it. I don't think it's going to necessarily hit the probe, which is a shame, but oh well. Yeah, it's gone a little bit further up from it. No! The probe is deployed, didn't get data. Alright, let's see if we can find a way to get around in front of this storm again. Grab our probe. Maybe we'll have a chance to try again. These things are going to probably keep getting stronger the farther the storm goes this way, too. Holy moly, those winds. That's not good. Well, there goes the alignment. So I'm doing some kind of risky business here, driving on a closed road that has the tornado right by me here, but I think we might have a chance to do a probe drop if we can get a good a good stop here. It might actually be behind us a little bit, but I'm gonna try to drop a probe right here, and then we're gonna get out of here because it is, it's coming all right. It might, there's a chance it'll dissipate. Let's take a picture. Let's also get out of here because we're gonna have to escape. Our escape path is in front of it. Oh, we might get some hail damage from this. Our escape path is gonna be, oh yeah, we're getting hail damage. It's probably mostly gonna be down that way. We might, unless we go, are we confident enough? Oh, are we confident enough that it's not gonna come straight towards us here? It's recording data, all right. Holy moly. Okay, are we safe is the question. I'm gonna try to circle around the tornado and go back and get that probe. Okay, I don't want to be getting pelted by hail here, ideally. Holy moly. Let's see if we can go around behind the tornado. Yeah, we're gonna be aloft here too if we're not careful. I don't really want to be off-roading right here. I'm in danger. I'm in danger. We're gonna go up. We're gonna go up. We're gonna go up because, oh my goodness. 88 miles an hour. Is that the top data recorded? I think it might be. Okay. We hit an embankment. I'm just glad that we didn't hit the tornado, you know? Like hitting the tornado would have been worse than that. Let's go back and get our probe and make sure we upload that data. That tornado is getting bigger. That tornado is getting bigger. Definitely getting bigger. We're not gonna get to it before we get to the town, but even the winds behind it are just absolutely bonkers right now. It actually might go straight through the town that we need to stop in. Hold on, like, I'm gonna stop. Can we stop enough for me to get out? There we go. Look at this. This is just craziness. But I'm gonna try to stop in Prairie Hills here. In fact, I think the tornado might be tracking through it right now, but we need to get gas. We got a good intercept, thank goodness. We've been having a hard time with those recently. And then maybe we'll yet get out in front of the storm, because with the way the Cape values are, the farther this storm goes in this direction, the stronger it's gonna get. That wasn't our turn, was it? No. Well, it looks like the gas station is still standing. So that's something at least, but the tornado is like right over there. So I'm gonna use this chance to look at my map here. The thing is, it's gonna keep going south, so I think our best bet is gonna be to try to get on the freeway and go as far as we can. Or maybe not as far as we can, but go quite a ways and then get off and cut down again, because I don't think otherwise we're gonna get out in front of it just based off of, like, because it's right there, just based off of where... Is this all messed up? Yeah, there's some messed up stuff happening there. This is wrecked. That's completely wrecked. This town actually got hit. Okay, that's scary. That's real scary. Look at this. Oh my gosh. Yeah, no, this is 100% tornado damage. Wow, the lights are down and everything. Okay, well, we need to get through here carefully. This is definitely not what you should be doing in real life. Oh no, we need to go the other way. Darn it. All right. Oh gosh, we gotta make a turn on the tornado damage. I'm just gonna off-road this. None of this is what you should be doing in an actual tornado chase, but we have some game logic happening here. Let's get on the freeway. Let's move it and see if we can catch up and get ahead of the storm. In fact, I think the tornado possibly has lifted. It is very possible that it's lifted because I don't see it currently. Loopin', loopin', loopin'. Hi. Can you sit on my lap instead of climbing? Yeah, that'd be a little bit better. Okay, this is right at the edge of the map, but you can see there is still a hook echo and some velocity couplet. I don't know if it's gonna continue on because we do still have quite a lot of Cape in this area. But I'm not 100% sure if this storm is completely done yet. I'm just gonna wait for a little bit We're gonna see what it's gonna do, because it's actually starting to curve back up this way rather than going down like it for the most part was. There's also some up here that are a little bit strong looking, but I don't know that they're necessarily gonna be tornadic. We'll have to see. In any case, we may actually want to move further up this way. I'm just going to kind of watch and see what it's done, though, because we already had some pretty impressive encounters there. Oh, dear. Also, Lupin is present, and she's trying to catch the windshield wipers on the car. All right, we got the chase end pop-up, so that probably means that there wasn't going to be too much more that was going to happen, so I went ahead and ended things off. And all in all, that was pretty cool. We deployed 2 probes, recovered 2 probes, we got some windows shattered, we recorded 87 miles per hour wind speed, which is not the strongest, but still, I think that we got a pretty good probe drop from that and got some good data for that. It only took a little bit of vehicle damage, so that was pretty good earnings for that chase. I'd say that was a pretty dang good one. Whoa! This is an interesting day. All right, let's take a look at what we've got here. There's already some severe storms forming. There's not a whole ton of cape. I think we're starting in an area that has some of the strongest winds by the look of it. I'm gonna kind of just chill out and see how this develops, because there's a lot happening right now. Okay, I think I'm gonna set out in this direction, kind of try to move towards the western edge of the map, because I think no matter what happens, things are kind of starting more over there. And just, I think we're gonna want to check on some of these storms that are severe warned that are forming. If there's gonna be rotation, it looks like some of them might be starting to rotate. But I don't know if this is gonna necessarily be a very good day or not. It kind of seems scattered and chaotic at a glance. But there are some higher winds kind of in the area that we are in, and so maybe that will facilitate some rotation. Okay, so I think we are going to start to want to go a little bit north, maybe in the direction of Westport and Bakersville, because you can see that there is what looks like some rotation forming here. There's some rotation up here. That's going to put us in a better position to get to those, I think. You can also see a little bit of hook shape forming there, so I think that's probably going to be our best bet, is to kind of set up where we can get to either of those storms, depending on how they look, and follow whichever one feels like the best option, and maybe also get some gas, because I really want to get one of the other cars that has a better gas mileage, because this one is kind of a clunker in that sense. Okay, yeah, things are shaping up a little bit better now. You can see that this storm that is heading in towards Westport is starting to get a little bit of a hook. The one up here kind of looks like it does as well. You can see there is a velocity couplet, or maybe even 2. There's at least some areas that look like they could be rotating, but this one also has one. It's a little bit weaker right now, but it is going into an area of higher cape where there's not a lot happening up here, nor is there a lot of room to actually chase. So I think this is going to be our storm. I think we're going to want to head down towards Westport here and see if we can get in front of it, especially with the radar moving shortly here. Okay, yeah, there's just a lot happening on this particular day. We do have a tornado warning on this storm, and I'm actually wondering if I see it again. You can see there's that long kind of strandy looking thing coming down from the cloud there, and that could just be a rain curtain. But it also could be the tornado, which, if so, it's a pretty significantly sized tornado. Now, size, of course, does not equal strength, but I would love it if we could get over there pretty quickly and maybe get a closer look at it. Hopefully we'll get some more good probe drops. I always like the probe drops. That's gotta be a tornado, right? Like, I'm pretty sure that it is. Yeah, I like getting the good probe drops, though, because those give you a lot of points, and it's always fun to, like, actually see how strong these things are. Okay, so there is a tornado somewhere out here. The problem is I can't even see it. I think, is it, like, way out? You know, I hope it's way out as opposed to being closer. It's reported it's down there. All right, so I think we're going to want to go a little bit farther forward if we can. And hopefully it'll become clearer as we get closer. It's starting to get more rain-wrapped, which is Never good. Never what you want us to be seeing. I think that's it on the ground over there. I think I actually see the tornado itself now, so maybe I was just looking in a slightly wrong spot. Yeah, okay, now we can see it a little bit better. Now we can see it a little bit better. Much clearer. All right, so it's still a ways out. It's gonna probably, holy thunder. It's gonna start to come towards us. We're gonna, yeah, we wanna keep going a little bit. I think we're gonna maybe wanna get past the overpass. That's getting a bit bigger. It's growing rapidly, actually. Yeah, that's getting to be a bigger tornado. Hopefully we'll get to report it again soon, because that lets us kind of track its path a little bit better. I think this is gonna be close to where we want to be. I'm gonna park a little closer up here, because not that we're gonna want to go under the overpass. That's actually a really bad idea in a tornado. Contrary to popular belief, that will not help you, and in fact may make things worse. But I want to be able to get to either side of it rapidly if I must. I think it's probably... We'll see when we can get their port. Thankfully it's not on us yet. But I think it's probably going to go a little bit farther forward. I'm glad that it's so photogenic and on the edge of the storm, though. I mentioned last time, I think, that I like these desert storms because a lot of the time you get really photogenic tornadoes that are out in the open. I think I was just kind of looking at the wrong spot previously. But a lot of the time that you get these tornadoes that are right on the edge of storm that are really pretty, at least in this game, it seems like. All right, where is this tracking? Almost straight for us, honestly. Let's get a little bit farther up. And then I think, yeah, this is, if we're gonna get a probe drop, this is about as good as we're gonna get. Look at that big, long, sneaky looking thing over there. Like, it's definitely doing the curving thing again, though, which is a little bit nerve-wracking. I'm gonna try to go a little bit... Yeah, I would imagine there's a tornado warning in this area. I'm gonna try to go a little bit down this way, maybe, and get some pictures from the other side, because I don't think it's gonna quite go in this direction. I think it's gonna be a little bit... yeah, I imagine that there would be. I think it's hopefully gonna go the other way. Hopefully it's gonna pass behind us. Now look at this thing! That is so cool. We might actually get a good probe hit here, which would be awesome. Awesome if we do. Look at this. You can see it spinning from here. That's gonna be a pretty good probe hit. In fact, I think that little white speck down there, if you can even see it on the video, is our probe. That's gonna be a good probe hit. Oh, look at that, look at that. Ow, okay, time to go. Big tornado, holy monster tornado. Holy moly. Oh my goodness. That is a big tornado. It's not that fast moving, so I bet we can get out in front of it again, but I want to grab our probe first and upload that data. 161 miles an hour. That's a little bit on the stronger side. That is a little bit on the stronger side. It threw a pole. So I think it passed like right here. I don't know if it was an exceptionally good intercept or not. Look at that thing. Get another picture of it. It is a very photogenic tornado. That was a pretty good intercept, actually. 161 miles an hour from 88 feet. We got pretty close to where it went. That's gonna be a good amount of data, but we gotta beat it if we want to get out in front of it again. It's just winding its way along. It actually might rope out here. It looks like it's getting a bit smaller again. So I don't know if it's gonna stick around, but the storm certainly could drop more. Holy rain curtains. This is the bad part of the storm. This is gonna make it real hard to see where we're going. Okay, we got an achievement for that. That's one of the high. I think that means we broke our wind speed record, 161. I'm gonna have to look up what the rating for that wind speed would be. Though again, with tornado ratings, it's not purely wind speed; it's what they hit. So even if this has a higher rating, it wouldn't actually. Even if the wind speed corresponds to it, it wouldn't necessarily. But it is cool to know about how strong it is. We are out in front of it right now. Let's not let my car roll away. We want to keep going this way. Be careful not to get cut off in front of it. But we've got another chance for another intercept, I think. Alright, out of my way, stop sign. I'm dropping a probe. I think this is going to be as close as we can get if it doesn't rope out right here. But we gotta book it. Let's, I don't know what that light was. Did it turn on my hazards for hitting that stop sign? Whoops. Oh yeah, we got a hit. Did it, no, it hasn't, it's not roped out yet, but I don't know. I think it maybe just curved a little bit. Data captured. It didn't get as close as... Did it change directions? We can report again, I think. Oh, it's just a lot farther up from the probe than I thought it was. Okay, oh shoot, it is kind of changing directions. Oh shoot. It's probably because it's curving from the base. So let's, I don't think that was a very good probe hit, but we will pick it up. And it is eating that forest there. It is eating that forest. Let's see, all right, where from here? I think we're gonna wanna turn. It might rope out. We're gonna wanna go here, I think, and try to get around in front of it again. It was only a fair grade, so that's fine. Still's good to have. Still helpful, very helpful data, but I'm hoping we can maybe get in front of it again if I can stop driving off the road. And if it stays on the ground, we have absolutely had these guys end up roping out on us at the last second here, but let's get up ahead. I think we should still be in a place to be able to intercept, right? I think we still are. Oh, nope, never mind, it roped out. Gosh frickin' dang it. Yep, it's gone. Whoa, lightning strike. Yep, nothing to report. All right, so it would have passed probably right here. Shoot. It's gonna go up though. If we're gonna catch this thing again, we probably gotta get through Bakersville. We do have another tornado warning. Okay, so that's good news. I was gonna say there's no guarantee this even does anything again, but I think there's a good chance that it actually is. And it's kind of this area that's up ahead of us here that's warned. If we hop out real fast, can we actually see anything? Funnel cloud, all right. Can we report? Oh, right here. Where exactly? It doesn't say any photo content. Okay, so it's kind of, I think, right on the threshold here. The funnel cloud is right in that direction. Okay, yeah, so if we keep going this way, we should get out in front of it if it's gonna drop another tornado. I can barely even see. I think we only spotted that funnel cloud for a moment, so it might be just not actually forming anything, which can happen. You can get a funnel cloud that never becomes a tornado, but nevertheless, we want to stay ahead of it in case it does do something interesting. Oh, no, it's a tornado, all right. Oh, is it further back than I thought it was? Yeah, oh, okay, yeah. That makes more sense. That makes more sense. All right, where is this thing heading? It is going to cross that smaller road, but we're going to have a better chance of intercepting it on the by staying on the road that we're on. We'd have to be real fast to get in front of it otherwise. Okay, I think if we're going to get in another intercept, this may be a good spot for it. It's kind of hard because it is very much winding around right now. I think it's going to go in front of it, probably. Oh, never mind. I think it's going to cross in front of it. I don't know if it's going to actually get close enough. That's trees being thrown. Well, maybe it will. Maybe it will, actually. Is it going to hit close enough? Or is it going to rope out, actually? Oh, no. I mean, it's still going strong. I don't think it was close enough. In fact, I think it actually maybe crossed in front of it. No, it did cross further down. All right, never mind. That's a shame. I thought we maybe get a good chance to get in front of it, but we should have gone slightly further forward. It's hard when you have ones that aren't straight down from the base of the storm, because when that happens, then you can get tornadoes that kind of waffle around and dodge your probe. All right, where are we going from here? Let's get another picture here. It's an optimal. Where are we going? Oh, we're not. Well, we might get a chance if we can get up to that road ahead of that cuts across. We're just gonna have to go really fast to make sure we get there in time. And I think that just roped out. Darn it! That might be the end of our chase here, because I don't know if this is gonna go on and have anything more interesting happen, but we'll follow with it for a little bit just in case. It is down again. Okay, okay. Where is it gonna cross? It's actually crossing the road back there, so it's probably gonna cross this one too. All right, we've got a chance for redemption yet. We've got a chance. It didn't stay up for very long. Oh, we've actually used up all of our photos. That's a first, I think. Now, I'm pretty sure this is tracking straight toward us here. We'll see in a little bit when we get to make another report. This is making me nervous. But the problem with this one has been that it's been kind of swaying back and forth. And so it's been hard to predict exactly where it's going to wind up going. Let's let this report expire. I think we're pretty much right in line with where the others have been, though. I wish that we had more photos left. We've never actually used this up before. Okay, yeah, it's pretty close. It's actually gonna go back a little bit. Can we hastily back up here? Because it's on its way, but we want to be up here just a slight bit more. Let's go like right here, maybe? Right here? Will this be good enough? Yeah, this looks pretty good. All right, let's place this here. Please don't dodge it. Please just come right from my probe. That would be fantastic. See, it's doing the thing again where it kind of just wobbles away. But, yeah, we're gonna get out of the way now. Oh yeah, we got a hit on it. We got a hit on it. Now, we don't want the tornado to hit us, so, oh, that's a pretty close hit too, actually. Okay, it passed really close there. All right. And I'm glad we backed up, because that was almost extremely bad. Am I safe to drive this close to it? I keep driving, like, casually right behind tornadoes. And I feel like one day that's gonna come back and bite me in the butt. Now, I wish we had more photos, because we actually have used them all up for the first time here, and I think most of them were pretty good, but this is a very interesting, pretty photogenic tornado here, which we have reported it. But it's probably just going to continue winding its way off towards Mountainton. Now, I don't know if we're going to really be able to do too much about it, but let's upload that data. I think we're probably going to have to give up the chase here. Another 165, so that's very similar to the first time we clocked its wind speeds, but I think it was even a little bit higher, and from a distance of 144 feet. Well, and technically that was a different tornado. It had, I think the storm has dropped 3, but let's start heading this way because I highly suspect that we're gonna have to bid this gorgeous photogenic tornado farewell and head back to a gas station because I'd be pretty surprised just looking at this map if it's gonna do too much more. I don't think we're gonna be able to get to it before it gets to Mountainton. Look at that! That is such a cool tornado. Such a cool tornado, though. I do love the way that they show the tornadoes in this game. Like, they really capture the kind of otherworldly, unsettling and yet gorgeous way that they look. They're really spooky in a really cool way. There's something about them that just, I don't know, it's a little bit haunting. That was a good analysis, though. We're gonna get a lot of points for this one. Oh, I think it's roping out. I decided it would be worth going all the way to Mountainton just to see if it ends up passing by there again, keep getting reports on it, but it looks like this might be the end of our tornado here, and if so, I'm betting that's probably also going to be the end of the chase. But that was a fun one. We tracked this one storm pretty much all the way across the map. Where do I need to go here? All of these roads will take me where I need to go. Check this one storm pretty much the entire way across the map for 3 different tornadoes. So that was pretty dang neat. All right, that was a pretty fruitful chase. That was $23,000 just from one chase because we got so many good probe drops. We deployed 4. I think 3 of them hit. And the highest wind speed we recorded was 165. Now, I'm sure I put on the screen what exactly that is, but I'm very, very curious about how strong that actually was. I'm going to go look this up after the fact, I think. But yeah, that was a very fruitful chase. I wish it would show kind of the map of the reports that you made, because there's just a whole trail of them all the way across the map, and we actually ran out of pictures for the first time ever, which is pretty wild. But with that, I think we're going to go ahead and leave this off here for today, because it is getting to be about that time again. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed the episode. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time. But until then, this is Jay, over and out.